right there?
Every town has an Elm Street.
Hey everyone!
Hello.
Grave Cinema here, bringing you another reaction review video. And for this Christmas season, guess what? It's time for another Christmas-themed movie. And of course...
We're obviously watching Violent Night again.
Obviously. No, we are watching the one with the Christmas sweater. Who could that be?
It's a Wonderful Knife?
Close enough. We're continuing the series for her first time viewing of A Nightmare on Elm Street with part 6.
6, that's right.
Freddy's dead. So yeah, it seems like
the final
nightmare. And of course,
Bunny is back and giggling.
Not the last movie in the series.
The
Who'd have
final
fucking thought, you know? A horror movie with
Is
final
it
in it.
7 new Nightmare?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. This is the 6th one in the series. So, you're finally getting to this one. For this wonderful Christmas... Yes, I know. Wonderful dog here.
Somebody got her teeth cleaned yesterday and is not recovering well from anesthesia.
Oh, yes.
So
So
she's
you
a
may
little
hear her
closer
little
today.
whine, but, you know,
Yeah.
the show must go on. So,
You're okay, Squishy. I promise. Shh. It's alright.
So, do we recall what happened in parts 1 through 5?
Okay, so that's a lot. 1 was the original, Johnny Depp died, big explosion, Nancy went crazy. 2 was the boy, and it's where they broadened out and started working in some of the rules and got a little bit kooky. 3 was my childhood trauma in the form of Dream Warriors with, yes, your darling puppet master and...
Oh, that's him, but the guy was...
Yes, he was.
Yeah. Freddy's on.
I thought you would go right for the puppet master, not the victim.
No, the victim. It's cooler. It's like, I'm Spider-Man.
Yeah, because he's being held up by his tendons. Anyway, 4 was post-Dream Warriors, where you had Dream Child?
4 was post-Dream Warriors, where it was Dream Master.
Dream Master, where the girl fought...
Alice.
Alice, yes. 5 was Dream Child.
Yes, the child of
Yes.
Alice, who's dreaming and brings Freddy back because of that. And that's where we last left off, was part 5.
Right, and that's the one where you really delve into his backstory with his mom and how he was actually...
A little bit more, yeah.
How he was born and brought into this world, and how much his mom actually didn't like him and was like, no, he's got to go. There's something wrong with him.
So, what do you think is going to happen in this one?
Not a fucking clue.
Not a fucking clue.
But I'm guessing it probably has something to do with the Dream Child possibly being older.
Maybe.
Because in that one he was just in his mommy's belly still. So I'm guessing he's now not. Or maybe we get somebody new. Who fucking knows? All I know is that Heather Langenkamp is dead. Well, Nancy is dead.
Nancy's dead. Heather's
She's
still
not
alive and
coming
well.
back until 7. Yeah, because we saw her at that Monster Mania.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So, also fun fact, the last final climactic sequence of this was in 3D and such. So you may see the moment where, oh, now we got 3D glasses. I don't think that this DVD version that we have does the 3D, but I don't give a fuck about that, honestly. It's just a big gimmick last of the time. But just making you aware, you'll notice that once we get to it. Okay?
Mm-hmm. It's okay, sweetheart.
Yeah. Yes. She'll like the movie, too. She loves Freddy.
She couldn't give 2 shits about Freddy. She wants pets. Huh.
Of course.
More than anything else in the world, you want pets and affection.
Yes.
Yeah. See? She winked.
Mm-hmm. So, we're gonna give this movie a watch. It's a rewatch from me. First time watch from her. Once it's done, as usual, we'll give our review, our thoughts overall, and we hope you stick around for that, because that's a lot of fun. So.
You know, there are times that I kind of wish I could take notes during the movie, because there are things that I think of that I forget to say at the very end.
If you forget about them, they weren't that important.
I suppose. Anyway.
Anyway, so...
Number 6, here we go!
You ready? Here we are.
Might as well.
Alright, it's A Nightmare on Elm Street. Freddy's dead. The final nightmare.
It's the final nightmare.
Do you know the terror of he who falls asleep? To the very toes he is terrified, because the ground gives way under him, and a dream begins. Frederick Nietzsche. Welcome to prime time, bitch!
Freddy
Freddy
Krueger.
Krueger. New Line Cinema. The house that Freddy built.
Literally, that phrase can't be uttered in this house without following the house that Freddy built, or somebody's head will explode.
Robert's England in Freddy's Dead. The final. Springwood,
Illinois.
Ohio.
Ohio?
Yep, it's in Ohio. 10 years from now. Mysterious killings and suicides wipe out the entire populations of children and teenagers. Remaining adults are experiencing mass psychosis. There is new evidence of one surviving teenager.
Are you telling me that there's about to be time travel? Yeah, me too, big guy. Nope, this is gonna give me nightmares.
Yes, this is the one to give her nightmares. Remember this.
Do you know how much I fear flying?
I'm afraid of heights.
Just close your eyes and go to
Don't be
sleep.
a pussy.
Close the window.
Don't be a pussy.
It's not fair! I was almost out!
He's asleep. You're still asleep. Don't tell me he's the Wicked Witch of the West. Oh, he is.
I'll give you my pretty and your soul too!
It.
Super camp! And why do I feel like that's Nancy's old house? Because it is.
It's right next to it. She's 1428, Ellen.
Okay.
There's the house.
Yeah. Atta boy! Run away from the house!
Freddy vision, visual effects. That's for when they go 3D. Yeah, there's Bob Shea.
Who's Bob Shea?
Producer. He always makes a cameo. Most of the time. He's a teacher in part 1. He was the bar tender in part 2.
No screaming while the bus is in motion!
Kinda looks Rick and Morty-esque.
Now be a good little doggy and go fetch.
Freddy wants him to fetch.
Krueger woman still missing? Krueger woman.
What I found in Spencer's room.
A pipe bomb, huh?
I've been confiscating stuff like this all week. Where do they get it?
Hardware store.
I thought the police were supposed to dispose of this stuff.
The police are supposed to do a lot of things.
That's it. Oh yeah, she's bad. The crowd loves her. You know, you are sexy when you sweat.
Nice.
You ain't getting that, Carlos.
Come on, you get it, Trace. Come on.
Cochlear.
Don't tune out, all right? Why don't you talk back to her for once? Stop talking back when it became hazardous to my health. Do you know what I mean?
Don't talk to me around fathers.
You just come to visit too?
Yeah, every time I close my eyes.
Conventional therapy is not going to work.
And dream therapy is. You're such a hippie. I just have a little recurring dream, and I'm handling it fine.
These are ancient dream demons. Supposedly, they roam the dreams of the living, and they give them the power to cross the line and turn our nightmares into reality.
Where are you from?
I don't know. Coffee, maybe
Dare
some
to
Coke.
keep your kids off drugs.
I meant the soda.
That's how you know we finally hit the 90s.
If I fall asleep, there's gonna be trouble.
Springwood.
Loretta?
Water tower.
I won't tell.
Come to daddy.
His daughter?
Play with me.
Tell me who I am.
I won't tell.
Free me, you idiot! I'm your fucking memory!
What were you dreaming about?
A house. A little girl. I remember a water tower.
There's some connection between your dreams and his dreams being bad news.
I've dealt with amnesiacs before. Taking a Springwood is gonna trigger something, some spark to help you remember.
I don't need a spark to help me to remember that it was a bad place.
Gonna take the van for a little while.
Spray free candy on the side while you're at it.
And puppies.
Go back!
God!
What the hell are you guys doing here?
Great plan, asshole.
Pretty poppin' fair.
What is even happening here?
No kids.
What?
Oh, what beautiful, adorable children! Would you like to come and live with us? Be careful, and I'll hide you better so that he'll never find you.
I bet, Roseanne.
I want my children back! You know they bring him!
We're in Twin Peaks here.
Definitely.
Let's see what they can tell us at the school.
The children shall endure.
They just drove past that.
It takes talent to travel in a complete circle.
Sorry for staying awake without you lighting up every 10 seconds.
This relaxes me.
No, I don't need any map.
Okay?
Huh. Stereotype's usually the man that doesn't need a map.
Oh, chalk. Outline of Freddy. 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you.
They're trapped in the town.
It appears so.
What is this?
A really big mat.
They're asleep.
You're fucked.
I asked you for the map.
What? Yeah, well, the map says we're fucked.
Yeah. 3, 4, better lock your door.
You will need to study this.
5, 6, grab your crucifix.
Krueger woman.
You were here. What?
Welcome to Freddy 101.
Alright.
This is where they took away his child. Taken away, put in the town orphanage.
Freddy had a kid.
They're on Elm Street. They're already asleep.
It's Elm Street.
You can see the set lighting back.
Oh, the door's bleeding. That's a nice sign.
That's it.
1428. That's the house they went into. Nancy's house. You alright there?
Why do you think that kid said not to fall asleep?
Carlos! Carlos!
Tracy?
Where the hell are you?
Well, if he wasn't asleep before, he definitely is now.
How can you tell?
Tracy? Tracy!
Not there, bro!
Behind you.
Mama!
Maybe I clean out your ears for you.
Don't make me deaf, Mama, please. I'm sorry!
I'm not.
That's for when you need a deep clean.
Oh, Carlos, lend me your ear.
Go for the deaf kid.
I don't think he discriminates. He goes for any kid.
I suppose that's fair.
If anything, he just hasn't had a chance or an opportunity to play with one like this so far. Yeah, see, he's playing. Far cry from the scary Freddy from 1 and 2. Very much jokester Freddy at this point.
Well, he's so full up on souls. Makes perfect sense. Taking every teenager and child in spring.
Give me my hearing back! Where is it?
Supercharged his hearing.
No, please!
Alright, yeah, super camp.
Nice hearing from you, Carlos.
He's funny.
So funny.
I do get that points of being creative and different.
Spencer! Go fall asleep, man! Go fall asleep, man! Spencer, you stupid stoner!
Why else am I still alive when everybody else is dead?
Oh, you've come back. How nice. I remember every one of my children, especially you. I remember you and you. We're not permitted to disclose a child's real identity. What do you found here?
Kay Krueger could mean anything from Kevin to Kyle. It's me. I'm his kid. That's why he's kept me alive. She remembered me.
She remembered me too, and 50 other imaginary friends.
Looks like anybody left in town's gone completely cuckoo.
We gotta get to them before Freddy does.
No, who's Freddy?
I'll tell you on the way. Come on!
All right, once again. This is your brain. This
Hello, Johnny Depp.
on drugs. Questions?
Yeah! What are you on?
Nice little cameo by Johnny.
Hey, Spence. Let's trip out.
Thought that sounded familiar.
Now I'm playing with power. Great graphics.
Great graphics.
Oh, shit!
Wake him up.
He's stuck in a nightmare.
And it's kicking the shit out of him!
I'll go into his dream. I'll try and bring him out before he gets killed.
Are you scared yet? She's a fucking cartoon. Total cartoon at this point.
Freddy won't hurt me. I'm family.
You're not family.
No time to talk, just do it!
There you go.
Concentration, meditation, that's what Doc always says. Oh shit, Spencer!
He's got the power glove.
Grab him as he falls.
That's a big horn.
What do you know? I beat my high score.
Good for you. And you use the power glove. That's impressive.
That's all you got?
Tracy? Tracy!
Nope, still dreaming.
Do you think I'm your daddy? Wrong! Long enough for you to bring me back. My daughter, she's gonna take me to a whole new playground.
Come on, Maggie!
I don't think he's gonna make it.
Only his child could help him leave his hometown?
Appears like that.
I can control my dreams. I'm not fooled by this thing you saw.
Freddy.
Whatever he is.
The question is, which one is it? Is it her or is it the girl? I'm leaning towards her.
Maggie or Tracy?
Because she has repressed memories, but the girl has daddy issues too.
It's your mind you'll go for. Your fear.
I don't know who they were. They wouldn't tell me.
Never sleep again.
I won't tell.
We need to talk. Loretta.
So it is her.
Looks like she's ready to star in Orphan.
Yeah, kinda.
Catherine was such a little artist.
No, it can't be.
They took you away from me, but I made them pay. I took all their children away from them. Come on.
What, you're gonna have a touching father-daughter moment?
But this isn't Springwood.
Every town has an Elm Street.
Every town has an Elm Street.
Daddy's home.
Daddy, you're dead.
I'm home, darling. Come say hello.
He's dead because she killed him.
Give Daddy some honey.
You're not my daddy. You're not my daddy. Do you love me now? Do you love me now? He's dead. My daddy's dead.
No honey for Daddy.
You can't scare me anymore. This is my dream, and I do what I want.
Woke herself up.
Yeah. She kinda looks like Gal Gadot.
It's actually Billy Zane's sister. Comes from the Crypt Demon Knight. He was the bad guy in that.
Uh-huh.
Doc ain't no bitch.
Nothing will ever kill me. They tried burning me. They tried burying me. They even tried holy water. I just keep on ticking.
Smart man!
And if he can come out, he can bleed.
And die.
Now you've got to be holding him to carry him out. So use these.
Get the hell out of here.
You want to live?
Time to go 3D.
But in the dream, they can be anything you want.
Alright, audience, time to put on our 3D glasses. Whoa, it's 3D. If we were in a theater with 3D projection and had the glasses. It's like it's coming right at us.
Kinda looks like where Dr. Strange met Dormammu.
Krueger, I've come to bargain. Man, this 3D is trippy. I love the old horror movie 3D gimmicks.
Not that door. Or that one.
Should be good at video games. Solve the puzzle. Got to the door.
I'm in his memories.
Definitely a young serial killer. Starts with animals.
Ready?
Hello,
Ready
Alice
for it,
Cooper.
boy? Now it's time take your medicine.
Thank you, sir.
Open up.
And you shall be
Forever.
Well, she's dead.
Mommy just had to take her medicine for snooping in Daddy's special work.
Oh.
I won't tell.
But you did tell, didn't ya?
You killed my mother! She's got him. I've got you! I had him!
I'm still seeing things the way I did in my dream. It's not over. Let's go.
Still 3D.
Pipe bomb's gonna come in handy now. Chekhov's pipe bomb, who would have thought? So many shurikens and brass knuckles and stabby things.
Nice little arsenal they have.
Is
3D!
that how you were taught to hold a bat, sweetheart?
You're real here.
It wasn't my fault. You saw what they did to me when I was a kid.
Oh, you're a victim. Oh, he's a victim.
Come to Daddy.
Rudy!
Don't, Jim!
I didn't need a glove to kill your bitch of a mother.
Stab him with his own glove.
Give Daddy the glove back, princess.
Never!
Give me the glove.
In your dreams!
Huh.
Nom, 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 nom.
I remember when we used to hold hands together when I was a kid. I didn't like it then either.
Pretty good with those.
Yeah.
It's not easy to throw those stars, nor that knife.
Yeah, just keep giving her weapons. Yeah.
I mean, I love it when people give me weapons.
Go ahead. Put it on. It's in your blood.
Do it, put it on.
Is it
I
crowbar?
said put it on.
Kind of Lady Deathstrike-esque.
Let your daddy show you how to use it.
Kinky.
Come to Daddy. Pipe bomb.
Happy Father's Day.
You're lucky none of your kids were that strong.
Kids.
Back to the real world.
Freddy's dead.
Roll credits.
And they did!
Credits. And we get this nice little series recap, because they were fully intending to end the series with this. So.
He really has an obsession with tongues.
Yeah, Freddy likes the tongue action.
Oh, Taryn.
Aw, justice for Taryn.
Oh.
Oh, it's your favorite. R.I.P. from New Line Cinema. The house that Freddy built. Alright, so that was Freddy's Dead. The final nightmare. What are our thoughts on this one?
Okay. I loved the premise.
Okay.
It had a good start, it had good potential, and then it completely derailed with how campy it was. It was fucking cool that you're like, Freddy has a daughter. And, you know, he killed his wife. and all that jazz.
There was some good story elements.
Fucking great.
Yeah.
And then you just had to ruin it.
Yeah, this was the one where fans are like, this was the point where there's no scary Freddy anymore. This is cartoon Freddy. It's.
I mean, there were some moments because you're expecting what happened in the previous movies to still be there, where I was just like, I'm waiting, and then they'll give you a jump scare, but it's not.
Yeah, there was like one jump scare that got you really good, but that was about it.
His kills were imaginative. I'll give him that.
I did like Carlos's the best in this one with the ear. That's not something you've seen before, so points for creativity on that one. But he's still hamming it up as he's doing it. You know, at this point, this is like Freddy just having fun with just the thrill of the kill. Whereas, like, go back to like the first one or so, he's like just like, I'm going after you and I'm gonna get you.
Yeah.
Just that stalker vibe. Where this one, he's just playing with him.
And to be honest, if you had stuck a Q-tip the whole way through somebody's head like that, they'd be dead.
Yeah.
So that should never have.
And also, literally playing with them as a video game. Okay. Yes, Raven, I know. What do you want to review?
Right, my love.
Yep.
You're all right, my love.
They do full-on Nintendo against Spencer in this one, and then he's got a Power Glove parody on his hand. Ha! So.
Yeah, and I think a video game kill wasn't a bad idea because they already did a comic book one, so it was within the realm of making sense.
But that one was the most cartoonish.
They could have definitely done better on that front. But yeah, I really liked the repressed memories.
More backstory of Freddy.
I liked that you already had somebody who was skilled at being a dream warrior and one of his students to assist. Because that meant that not all of Freddy's victims were pushovers and you actually had somebody that had the ability to fight back and did. And definitely wanted to. Tracy wasn't taking shit, and I'm very happy that when they stuck someone in this movie and it has my name, that's what I get. I get a final girl. I get someone who doesn't take shit.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
She's not a victim in this one. She fights back.
No, she whoops some ass.
And you got backstory of her and her motivations, which does help give you sympathy for her as well. Yep.
Yeah,
this is like Daddy Issues, the nightmare movie.
Daddy Issues, the nightmare movie. That fits.
Yeah.
But it also gave it plenty of plausibility where you were sitting there wondering which one of them it was going to be. Like, it would make a lot more sense for it to have been the older one simply because of the timeline.
Yeah, but they do give you some doubt between, wait, who is it? But it's made pretty clear who it is, with it being Maggie.
I mean, yeah, they kind of take that doubt away pretty quick. Which I feel like they could have drug it out a little bit more.
I mean, with her having memories at the beginning, I'm like, makes it fairly obvious, so.
Yeah, that's true. She wouldn't be sharing Johnny's dreams otherwise. I am a little disappointed that we never found out who he really is.
Who?
That Johnny? John Doe.
Oh, yeah, the John Doe. He's just a random-ass kid. He's the last one on Elm Street.
He's the last one in Springwood.
Yeah, in Springwood. And Freddy's like, okay, well, you're the last kid. Well, I gotta get more, so I'm gonna send you out into the land to go find me daughter and such and bring them to me.
Find me daughter.
Find me daughter so I can get out. And I don't know why Freddy just turned Irish there. But
Freddy cross-genred with the leprechaun.
Yeah.
And they need to get him out so he can leave his little tree. Anyway. It would have been nice to have him actually unlock his memories so that way we know who he was. But that's just a minor critique. They were rather clever kills. And they are still touching on people's fears. Because, like, flying terrifies me. I don't like to fly. I do it because it's convenient. And because it's better than driving up to a billion hours if I don't have to. Partially because I hate driving, and partially because driving is stressful, and getting that far in a car is expensive and time-consuming.
Need more trains.
And hard on people. Trains are good, but they aren't as fast as planes.
Choo-choo.
Especially if you're trying to go cross-country.
Yeah, but you
can get there in a day with a plane.
You could have a fun murder on the train, and have an inspector inspect it, and have a good old time, make a movie out of that.
Not every movie has a French inspector.
Belgium,
whatever.
Belgium, yeah.
You're not gonna find Hercule Poirot, which is French.
Well, Belgium is right next to France, so there's some mingling going on there, okay?
Okay. But
yeah.
Regardless, I liked the lore about how he couldn't leave Springwood without his daughter's help.
Mm-hmm. Gave him the motivation to finding the daughter. Yep. Also, in this one, his makeup was not
different.
The best. I think it looks more like an actual mask.
Mm-hmm.
Like more of like a latex mask. So I'm probably...
His ears were pointed, so it kind of almost gave him a demonic aspect. Almost like they were trying to move away from burn victim and into burgeoning demon.
Also, I think it was all more like a one piece, so it makes applying it faster and easier for Robert. But it does not have the feel that it had in the earlier movies.
It didn't have the look of fresh blood. It didn't have the glazed appeal that you would have with a burn.
It looked very rubbery to my eyes.
Latexy.
Yeah, so that's why this is always widely regarded as like the least scary, the scariest Freddy movie there is, just because of how comedic he is in this one, how cartoonish some of the things are, and the makeup just not being up to par with the prior installments and such. But all that said, it is still not boring. It's got some amusing moments throughout. It's just not what you're used to. But you can still tell Robert's having a fun time still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still taking it seriously enough that he believes in what he does. Yeah.
Yep, I enjoys it. So, if you were to rank the first 6, how would you rank them?
Okay. Well, are we talking like rank for best view or what I think is scariest? What is the qualification for ranking?
Just like if you were to, somebody would ask you like, what's your favorite or best one in order?
Well, I believe it is a horror movie and it is meant to scare. Therefore, my top one has to be and will remain Dream Warriors, if only because I have childhood trauma from it.
So that was the scariest one for you. Okay, so that's
right.
Your top one.
Because I still can't watch that fucking puppet scene without flinching or clenching or getting the heebie-jeebies.
Yep.
After that, I really like the ones that have people that fight back really well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of hard to pick because all of them have a good final person, whether it be Jessie or any of the girls.
Nancy, Alice, Maggie, and Tracy in this one. Yeah.
I'm actually probably leaning towards putting it be 3, probably 1 because Nancy is so well known.
Yeah, and it's also really good Wes Craven.
Yeah, and it was pretty terrifying. It set the groundwork for this really well, and it gave you the real feel of it. And you know that feeling like you know something's wrong, but everyone's going to make out like you're fucking crazy. That's been kind of a standard throughout all of the Nightmare movies, up until this one. But it really hit in the first one and the second one. So it'd probably be 3, 1, 2...
3, 1, 2.
4, 5, 6.
3, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. So it's in order with just 3 going up above everything else.
Yeah, because, I like the first one for what it is. I like the second one for being a sequel and spreading it. Spreading the lore, like going the exploratory feel of it, and how, they're just kind of pushing the boundaries and they're going to see where they're going to go. I really appreciate that about it. And then, honestly, you could put 4 and 5 on the same level for me because I really like how Alice is a final girl and how she handles all those things, but I would almost put 4 like a hair's breadth above it because I feel like she was stronger in that movie than she was in 5.
Okay, yep, I can definitely see that. Alright, so let me see my ranking that I have here.
He really loves this letterbox.
Yeah, so I just got it. So, helps me quickly go back, so I'm not like thinking, wait, what did I put where? So, my ranking, I have of the ones we've seen.
I was gonna say I didn't add in New Nightmare only because we haven't done a reaction to it, even though you have shown it to me.
Yes. So, of the ones we've watched for the channel.
Right, and I also didn't put Freddy vs. Jason in there for the same reason.
Yep. I have ranked from 1 through 6. I got 1 up top because that's Wes Craven. It genre defining.
It's definitely genre defining.
Everything a horror movie, I think, kind of should be is represented in that movie.
It was definitely a trailblazer in its time because people hadn't. That's the one place people hadn't touched it.
So that's 1 for me. Then next I actually have Part 4, Dream Master, is my second one out of the first 6.
It's a really good final girl.
I really like the final fight in that one. I mean, it's Freddy at his peak, I think, of pop cultureness. That's peak pop culture Freddy, but he's still got a little edge to him still. I still like the makeup. And you got a good cast of victims in that one. Mm-hmm. And some creative kills. So
honestly, he had probably the most kills in 4.
Probably.
Which is surprising because 3 had quite a few.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah.
he probably had the most kills.
Yeah, but I do really like that final fight too. Give me a good final fight, and then I'll be more about that. So
yeah, really good final fight.
So it's 1 for. Then I have Part 2 as my third one, cause he's got like the scariest makeup in that. It's just the most effective, and I like what they were doing with trying to change up like how he wants to now come out into the real world or take over a new body. Whereas, like, if that film would be better regarded if it was just 2 movies and they didn't continue the series. But since they went back to form with Part 3, it's kind of like always been like a black child with like how a Nightmare on Elm Street movie is, because that one does stand out in that regard. But there's some really good things in that I do like, and I like the different type of music for that one too. Like, I really am appreciative of music and horror, and 1's really good, and 2 actually, it's not like the same, but it does its own soundtrack that's also pretty good.
They didn't have the soundtrack.
Not really in this one.
You really didn't hear the dun dun dun.
Yeah, in Part 6, that's the thing with a franchise. If you don't keep that basic theme and sound, it does not feel right to me.
Right, it's not Nightmare.
Yeah. But
if you don't have that little almost ringtone stretch of sound. Yeah.
And Part 2, it was different than the first one,
it
but
was slightly different.
But it was also still well done. It still had its own atmosphere and presence about it.
It was sequel worthy.
Yeah, and I really like that.
It's like you took the original, you expanded upon it, but you kept true to the original.
Yeah. So we got
a sequel to do.
So for me, it's 142 with out of the first 6. It's 142. Then it's Part 3, Dream Warriors, which is a lot of fun. You get more of a concept of...
I like that the people learn how to fight better.
We can fight back, but there's still some story decisions in that I didn't agree with.
Yeah, I mainly put that at the top for personal reasons, so...
Yeah, a lot of people always have that as a favorite, just because I think they're really into that concept of the dream fighting and such, and the Welcome to Primetime bitch, where you get...
That's not the line for me.
Yeah, you get some one-liners from Freddy, but it's not full-on jokey Freddy. You got in this one?
You know, I never took that as a joke. I never thought it was funny. I know people that think that was hilarious. My mom's boyfriend, when I was a kid, the one who showed me that movie, loved that scene.
Yeah.
I looked at him like, what the hell is wrong with you?
Horror fans, that's how we be.
I still don't... I'm never gonna go like, ooh, yay, he killed her like that and treated her like shit. I will sit there and go, that was clever and a unique way to do that, but I'm never gonna be like, yeah, that was great, it's all shit. No. I can appreciate the art form for what it is. I can appreciate the creativity. I can appreciate the fact that it's not something many people had done.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm never gonna go, yay, it's primetime. Honestly, the best kill in that movie for me was either the puppet or Taryn.
Puppet's the most memorable one for you, I think.
The puppet will always be the most memorable one
Taryn's
for me.
the saddest for me.
Taryn's the saddest.
She should have survived that one, my opinion.
Probably the weirdest one in that one for me, though, is still going to be the tongue kill. Freddy's obsessed with tongues. That's his kink.
Freddy and that tongue action, he likes it. Okay, so I'm 1, 4, 2, 3. Then it's Dream Child for me. There's actually some good atmosphere in that, but I felt like I could have done a bit more. But it's still pretty good.
Still good final girl.
Yeah.
Still good fight. Still strong.
Yeah,
I hate
you still have
seeing people
Alice.
succumb to
So,
their fears.
not bad, but it is starting to get a little bit. I think I'll say old at that point. Like, okay.
You needed to change something.
Yeah, and they definitely give you a change for this one, but it was not what I would consider a change for the better. That's why
Honestly,
now
they
I have
had
6.
Such potential.
Yeah, and that's why I have Freddy's Dead as my 6th spot out of the first 6 movies.
Yeah.
So
This movie
1, 4, 2, 3, 5, 6.
had
That's
such
my
potential,
ranking.
and I think it was such a missed opportunity. But yeah, I completely understand your rankings.
Yep. When we do get to like New Nightmare and Freddy vs. Jason, those will be represented, and I don't think I want to show you the remake just because it's and just because of that, I'll tell you right now that's bottom for me out of all of them. So, okay. I mean, the remake had a good concept here and there, but overall it just felt lifeless to me. And it didn't have the it factor that the original had, and it was evident for me. So,
well, unfortunately, the it factor in the original and the consequential sequels is most likely Robert Englund.
That's
really hard to recreate without cloning the guy.
Yeah, but
he's not exactly a spring chicken anymore.
But Jackie O'Haley, he did have, I would say, a decent performance. You're just doing like a serial killer. He's got this power and he still likes to kill. He was still effective in that. It's just everything else about it that made A Nightmare on Elm Street what it is was just not there for me. It felt like just a cheap, maybe not cheap, but just a pale imitation or mirage. It's a weak reflection of what the original was, and so just didn't vibe with me when I watched it. So, but there was some good story things that I was like, okay, that's not a bad idea, but just overall was not all that good for me. So, so yeah, probably never gonna do a video for that one just because of that reason alone. So,
okay,
you don't need to watch that one. Most people are like, yeah, you're not missing anything. Okay. So,
honestly, I'm looking forward to rewatching Freddy vs. Jason because at the time we watched that, I was still pretty much a very big wimp. And there were quite a few scenes that I missed or didn't really watch except for like the very end. So I'm actually really looking forward to whenever we do get around to rewatching that. A New Nightmare I actually remember quite well, but I'm also looking forward to rewatching that now that I've seen the rest of the series to have a lot more context.
Yeah. And those ones probably going to be around like next Christmas time or so because we still got more Friday the 13th to get to.
Yep, and Christmas is almost here, so by the time you get this out, it's probably going to be Christmas.
Or just like right before, or right around that time. So, but yeah, Christmas sweater, it counts. It's a Christmas movie.
Honestly, I disagree with this one. It's a Father's Day movie.
Happy Father's Day. Yeah, she was totally like, yeah, I'm kicking her ass now at the end, Freddy. That's cool. I'm sad I don't see Lisa Zane in like pretty much anything else that I can recall.
Yeah, she was good.
Yeah.
Like I said, she has Gal Gadot qualities, and I really think she would have done well if we'd seen her in more.
She's got a good look, good image.
Good image, good
yeah.
voice, good. I liked her. Mm-hmm.
Freddy's dead. Dead.
As dead as an idea can be.
But yeah, so that's... Okay, so we have Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare. This is a movie with final in the title, not the final movie. And we had Friday the 13th, The Final Chapter, not the final movie. We haven't gotten to The Final Friday yet, which is also not the final movie.
They have another Final Friday?
Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday. I think that one's the subtitle.
Not your best name, guys. Come on.
And
Hollywood, you can do better.
There's a reason for that. We'll get to that. There's also The Final Destination, not the final movie in that series. So if you're doing a horror series, never fucking put final in a sequel franchise movie because it's not gonna be the final one.
Fuck the horror series.
That's bullshit.
Don't put the word final in a movie unless the name is like Final Destination.
And then even then, don't call the 4th installment The Final Destination and then do a 5th one right after that. That's
right.
Stupid.
But I mean, like, if you have final in the title of your original movie, that's different. But don't put anything like this is the final, like, sub-whatever, the final sequel of whatever.
Yeah, we're not...
Dumb idea.
We're not believing that shit.
No, it's untrustworthy, and then you put another movie out because you made too much on the last one. It doesn't make you look good. It just makes you look wishy-washy.
Yeah. Though I will admit, with the new Nightmare, you could say, storyline-wise, this was the final one. But even... If you
because they go super meta in the next one.
Yeah, because and even if you do Freddy versus Jason, you could probably say that took place before the 6th one. So that's kind of the out some of these stories do, because this one's like 10 years in the future. Where if you go timeline-wise, this is like 2001 or 2, because 84 was Nightmare, Part 2 was 5 years ahead, and this one is 10 years ahead. So if you take into account the other movies in between that, it's actually set like in the early new millennium. And it came out like 1990? 91? One of those years. Yeah.
We don't really pay attention to timelines in horror movies.
No, they just make up whatever shit they want to do their story. So, do you have any final thoughts now on the final Nightmare that Freddy is now dead?
I don't know. It's kind of just what we said.
Pretty much.
I feel like this movie had potential and missed its mark. And I don't think it has anything to do with the performance of the actors. It's definitely about the writing and the choices that were made by the director.
More often than not, it comes down to
Well, it could have been performance, like given
directing.
a great script, but shitty performances. It wasn't the case. Although I did really appreciate the amount of people in this movie that fought back.
Yes.
And that knew how. I don't feel like there's enough of that in movies or horror, and I feel like that's accurate, but at the same time I like to see it, so, you know.
Yeah. Also, no tits in this one.
No, absolutely none. Not even a hint of tit. No shower scenes, no nothing.
Yeah. Dead last. So far, dead last in the ranking.
So you know his priorities.
Hey, I'm still, somebody who enjoys, real quality cinema. And
that involves tits.
Tits add some great quality to me as well. That's just it's true. It's an 80, well, not 80s anymore by this point, but it's in that era of slasher where it's part of the fun,
So yeah. All in all, I think it could have been better, but it wasn't the worst thing I've ever laid eyes on. It wasn't Hobo with a shotgun.
Not the worst thing she's ever seen. That's a glowing review. Alright, so thank you for joining us for this watch and first time reaction watch and review of Freddy's Dead, the Final Nightmare. So,
Nightmare on Elm Street 6.
Before you are heading out to work and such, I do think I want to try to hit some more franchise movies, some other franchises we've seen, just because it's fun to go through them.
We are kind of behind on Child's Play.
Yeah, we gotta get like Child's Play 3. I gotta do Leprechaun 3 for you, because you'll be away during March, so we gotta do that one for like every,
once
St.
we
Patrick's
are
Day.
done with this video, we should sit down and talk about that, because make some plans.
Yeah, so hopefully I'll get those filmed and now I'll have
we do try
time to edit.
Give you stuff still.
Yeah, as of this one, I still have at least 3 movies that we've done I need to edit and post.
Life has been catching up and we appreciate your patience.
4 movies. 4.
Especially in his brain. Somebody overdid it.
Yeah, well, those ones, they're not like holiday specific, so they can come out whenever.
Except for the fact that the timeline is screwed up, because in one I have bangs, and the next one I don't. And one my hair is a completely different color, and then the next one it's... You used to be able to tell what year, when it happened, by looking at how we look in the video, and now you can't, because somebody messed up the order.
Yeah, I got ones we filmed last January I still haven't done.
Somebody got overwhelmed and didn't listen to
I was not overwhelmed.
Bullshit!
I was just busier.
Bullshit, you got overwhelmed. Being busier
I still
meant
take
that it was
time
too
to
much.
have my leisure.
Which means you got overwhelmed.
I was not
and you still needed endorphins.
I was not
and serotonin.
overwhelmed.
Yes, you were.
I was not over. I'm not over. Here, have some
You know
Shell
what?
Mix.
I'm gonna beat him and his male. Oh, I have no emotions and feelings. No.
I have emotions and feelings.
Yeah, you were overwhelmed too.
Overwhelmed.
You were. Hold still.
What?
You got a hair on your face. I got it.
Thank you. I'm not overwhelmed.
You need to take care of yourself better.
I do take care of myself. I am not gaining weight anymore. That's good.
Yeah. There's that, but we haven't been to the gym in over a month.
I went to the gym on Monday after work. I did that because I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do this.
You didn't tell me. I would have gone too.
I was at my work gym.
I noticed, because you didn't come home and then go to Planet Fitness.
I know. Yeah, I'm sure you guys love this. This is quality entertainment.
You can't tell. We like each other a little bit. Enough to keep track of each other while we live together.
Yeah, so...
What did you do, Ray?
What?
Dog pushed things and they came off the table.
Oh, she's just stretching out as she lies down, so she's probably knocked the camera a little bit already. But she's still a good girl.
Yes, and she is still recovering from getting her little teethers clean, so she gets to get away with things.
She's a good girl. Okay, so, thank you for joining us.
And putting up with our nonsense.
And there may be a few weeks, a month or two where
you will see stuff at some point.
But we're not abandoning this. I'm not abandoning this. There's still stuff to be done. It
shall just be more sporadic now.
Comes when it comes.
Sorry.
So we hope we don't leave you waiting for too long. But when they do come out, let us know what you think of the movies we watch.
Yes, I was
Your
just
thoughts?
actually reading through the last Friday the 13th's comment section today. And I really love some of the trivia you guys left. I was like, oh, well, that answers that question, and that answers that question. Yeah. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, and as always,
my brain loves backstory.
Let us know what you think of your rankings on these. If you've seen them all. Yes, I'd like to see what others think. So, yeah, leave us comments. We like comments. Leave us likes.
We love likes.
If you dislike us, then just go somewhere else. I'm sorry. This is our thing. But the ones that do like us, hey, you're awesome. So we try to keep doing this for you. We're about to hit 5,000 subscribers.
That's really exciting.
And that's really awesome. So after a couple of years of doing this at least, yeah, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So thank you all. We do this because you keep showing up.
Yeah.
So until the next video.
Stay spooky. Remember, never fall asleep.
Bye.
Bye.